Welcome to the Archives of IT. Scientists, technologists and medics talk here about how they have used computing, data and communications in medicine. James McLaughlin talks about personalised medicine. Professor James McLaughlin, OBE, is director of NIBEC, the Nanotechnology and Integrated Bioengineering Centre at the University of Ulster, and works on portable and wearable diagnostic devices. This technology is transforming personal health care with automatic monitoring of heart rates, blood sugar levels and other indicators of health to trigger alerts by mobile phone.
What am I going to be nicely surprised about in the next 5 years about the technology that is applied to me, my body and my concerns?
So I suppose one of the big dreams would be personalized medicine, but that's becoming a little bit difficult to realize in the time frame that you've just talked about. Now, personalized medicine might be that we actually know all the data about you, and we're looking for small changes and trends that would occur in your body that might be different to other bodies as such, but we would know it's all about you and therefore be very specific. So your blood pressure might be quite normal to be sitting at, 140 over, 85 or something like that. There's no big worry about that. But then, of course, if it flies up to 160 over 90, or there's something has changed there. Now, that might not be a red herring, or that might not be a red flag to a clinician always, but we know a lot about your other conditions. We know a lot about conditions, and that would be one thing. So that would be a dream to get right, or that concept where I know it's got some people into trouble in the past, but that concept that a drop of blood, we would get a complete profile of your medical both history and anything that's gone wrong just from the drop of blood, would also be a concept that's been aspired to. You'll start to see what we call multiplex kits. Right? So multiplex kits would be a family of disease groups. So if you have diabetes, we'll be interested in measuring glucose and insulin on that. We'll be interested in measuring a thing called CRP, which is an inflammatory marker. We'll be interested in looking at your heart condition and your peripherals, etc. So that one drop of blood across that multiplex strip will give us immediate indication of your health and any feedback that's required of medication. You've seen maybe in the area of diabetes a big breakthrough, and it's a little microneedle that goes into your arm now. And you continuously wear that for 14 days, so there's no pin pricking or anything needed. That's been a life changer because of its ability to continuously monitor. So we have the same sort of technology coming through in other areas. Now, cardiac monitoring, AF would be a condition, atrial fibrillation would be a condition that's a big worry in later life. It's associated with heart failure and stroke. So people will want to eventually measure that condition as an ongoing basis if it's getting worse or better, depending on how you've been medicated. So those relieve anxiety big time when you can actually do proper monitoring pieces and that, because it's becoming more and more difficult to run to the doctor back and forward. So that concept of diagnostic kits coming to the home, it's what's called self-management of your own health, using electronic devices to record that information so it goes back up to electronic care record systems, is what I would hope you'd say. I personally can get a lot of my health monitored just as I sit here and communicate back and forward with the clinician. The next big stage is what can we learn from your eyes? There's quite a lot of information in your eyes about your cardiovascular and diabetes health. What can we learn from a simple ultrasonic device on your carotid artery here? Just a device that does that. And there's a lot of information on your carotid artery for early heart disease, etc. And there's lots of blood flow as well from very, very small devices. Electronics is a lot to, in fact, the smartphone has a lot to offer the medical world. The camera is a CMOS camera, as you may well know. We can do a lot of image analysis with eyes, with fingers, and etc. that image analysis gives us early warning systems, predictive analysis systems, etc. So, the processing power, the miniaturization of those CMOS imaging sensors that are in those devices are all adding up now to a platform that really allows us to move forward.
Each of these short videos describes a medical breakthrough made possible by information technology, in the words of those who achieved it. For more detail and extended interviews, visit our website at archivesit.org.uk. We are grateful to the support of the British Society for the History of Science for supporting this project.